Hey, what's going on, y'all? Okay, so welcome to Big Bear Fishing. Today we're going to kind of go over a rig that works really well in the wintertime. It's the drop shot rig. This rig is a fish catcher. Works really well in the winter, anytime that the water gets super cold or super hot, because it kind of comes down to finesse either way. You can work it super slow or you can work it faster, but basically the basics of the rig are you have a weight at the bottom. I usually use these VMC drop shot. It's called the VMC spin shot. They're on a swivel, so basically, let's just see that it's not kinking up or anything. The hook is situated between the two eyelets, and that works really well. I'll link that down below so that you can click on it. But yeah, that works really well. The idea behind this is you run your main line. Doesn't matter. What I've been throwing is braid, just 10-pound braid, and then I've been doing a uni to uni knot. I run that leader down to the top part of the hook, which that is important. So I run it to the top part of the hook. It's gonna sit like this because your worm is going to float. So it's gonna be like that, and then your worm's kind of floating out here. Whatever you want to use on there. You can use a fluke too, but usually it's going to be some kind of a drop shot worm. Just about everybody makes one. This is a robo worm. I like these a lot. There's the KVD, the Strike King KVD Dream Shot. That's a good one. There are a bunch of different good ones, but usually you want one that has salt. That usually makes it float better. But basically, it's going to sit like this. Your weight is going to hit the bottom, and then you're going to have your worm like that. So that's the general idea behind it. What that is killer for is you have a smaller profile. It's a finesse profile. You have your weight going down, and you can dead stick it. You can just leave it sit there, which sometimes that's what they want. Sometimes you can give it some twitches. This big one that I caught right here, I'll show you a clip of this. Like right there. Get it. Got it. Holy cow. That's a good bass. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I was just talking about that. I did not see that bass. Oh my god. I cannot believe that just happened. Oh my god. I was just talking about that. That is unfreaking believable. That's like a 6-pounder. Oh my god. That's like a 6-pound bass. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Stop. Get like the feel of the net. No, that might be bigger. No, it's not super. Look at that. Oh my gosh, watch this. Look at that. It just came right out. Look at that fish. That is sick. Not very fat. I mean, it's kind of on the thin side. But good lord. Look at this. I can fit my hand in its mouth. Oh my gosh. That is so sick. Alright. Get it back in the water here. thick. It was a big fish. Caught on the drop shot on this tiny little finesse bait. This was summertime, so it was kind of sluggish, but it's not something that is only limited to bass either. I mean, you can use it for saltwater. You can use it basically for like redfish, red drum. You can use it speckled trout. They'll hit it too, but pretty much any kind of fish. I've never personally used it for walleye. I've used it for smallmouth before. It works well in smallmouth. I've never used it for walleye, but I would assume it works for walleye too. But the weight that you use at the bottom. So there are ones like this. This is like a teardrop weight. There are ones that are cones, like cylinders. Those are really good. That's pretty much going to come down to what kind of cover you're fishing. If you're fishing rocks or timber, that's gonna be your factor right there. And whether you're fishing moving water, obviously you're going to want a little heavier weight for moving water. Your hook, this hook size right here, I usually on the spin shot, on the drop shot, I usually throw either a 3 or a 4, depending on what I'm going to be putting on here. This right here is a 3, size 3. Size 4 works really well too. It's just a little bit bigger. But that hook right there, I can't say good enough things about that. I've caught so many fish off of the VMC hooks. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Sometimes, like I said, in the wintertime, sometimes they're going to want it, just toss it out there and pretty much leave it sit on the bottom and just kind of keep your rod tip up, so that you're kind of like just up, so that you're keeping that bait pulled up as much as you can without moving it, and that'll give it like kind of a natural action just to float around. Sometimes they want it to where you're just like kind of jiggling it without moving the weight forward or as little as possible, and then they want that extra action where it's just like kind of like bouncing a lot, and then they'll hit it. You just have to kind of play around with it and see what they want, and then go from there. It's pretty much like any other kind of bass fishing or fishing period. But yeah, here are a couple other catches. There's one. Is that a cat? Oh my gosh. Dang it. Yep. Yeah. That's catfish. I suppose you can just split the hook, buddy, can you? Yep. Catfish on a drop shot. Yep, just keep moving and I'll keep moving on up the bank and I'll get you off. Yep. I hate landing these things. I'm not even using my big rod. This is on my smaller rod. Alright. Stop. See if I can. That's nice, I'm getting a phone call. Unhook him right here. There we go. Alright. Well, that's a good sized catfish. That's right, you soaked me. Got one. That's something decent right there. That's a decent bass. Nope, 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 nope. Yes, sir. Right up into the deck. Yes. That's just about. I'm heading back right now. Well, not heading back. You know what I mean. Open my bail up. Just leave it open. Alright. Ready? Ta-da! There she is. My worm got... Look at this. My worm is down through the gill right there. Just got flipped down around. There we go. I got you. It's all good. We are going to use the pliers. That's a healthy bass right there. That was down in like 14 feet of water. I counted it down. Counted it down. It's a healthy bass. Alright, baby. There she goes. Oh yeah, I saw one on the other side there. Got one. I caught a pickerel. Yep. It's a chain pickerel.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, it's a chain pickerel.
Look at that.
And my line is, yeah, it's chain pickerel.
You're kind of like wrapped around it.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Now he is.
Take my line out from underneath. There we go.
Cool.
There he is.
Awesome. Hey, that's a good fish.
There he goes. Yeah. So definitely try this out. If you're getting skunked in the wintertime, try this out. Play around with the length of your weight to the bottom of your hook. Play around with that a little bit, and you know, play around with different lures. You can play around with different hooks. Like I said, I like the VMC spin shot, but you can play around with different hooks. You can take this instead of putting the VMC spin shot on there. You could take a like a plastic worm hook, and you could actually tie it up kind of the same way. You're gonna have more line twists in it, but you could tie it up very similar to that and Texas rig it if you're fishing a lot of weeds and stuff. But yeah, go out, try it, tell me what you think. Alright y'all, so that's it for today. Do me a favor, go down, subscribe, let me know if you liked the video. I love reading the comments. We're getting close to 1,000. I'm excited, really excited. But have a Merry Christmas, and I will catch you all next time. Take care.